We told you the story about Hakeem Pinkney, a young deaf man, student of the year, injured in a 2009 car crash that left him a quadriplegic. He died at a nursing home. His attorney, Alec Murdaugh. His family said they never received their settlement. Today, Murdaugh was an indictment in Hakeem's case, along with 3 others, on a total of 23 new charges, 19 breach of trust, and 4 counts of computer crimes. RN Emerson adds up how much money was taken.
At this point, state prosecutors say Alec Murdaugh stole nearly $9 million from clients over a 10-year period. And of course, the big question everyone wants to know.
I have been racking my brain to try and come up with ideas about where the heck did all of this cash go.
Justin Bamberg represents the family of the deaf student, Hakeem Pinkney. In Pinkney's case alone, prosecutors identified almost $400,000 in missing funds.
The other thing you got to keep in mind is it's not just stolen money. On every single case, there were very, very, very good legal fees generated.
Another alleged victim from a 2013 settlement, Arthur Badger. He retained Murdaugh after his 35-year-old wife, Donna, was tragically killed in a car crash. She left behind 6 children, according to her obituary. Murdaugh is accused of stealing $1.3 million from that settlement and diverting it to 2 different banks. So where did the money go? Prosecutors say Alec Murdaugh paid off credit card bills, personal debt, as well as other client accounts that he had already dipped into. But that's not all. According to the Attorney General's office, he also bought money orders and wrote checks to unnamed associates, checks which could be turned into untraceable cash.
Nobody thought it was strange what was going on. Or did they not think it was strange because it was a wealthy, powerful person's account? And they're beyond question.
And now the questions from investigators are unavoidable, including who are Murdaugh's associates and how did this alleged scheme go undetected for more than a decade while running through Palmetto State Bank and Bank of America accounts. Working for you, Ann Emerson, ABC News 4.
And thank you. We asked Palmetto State Bank for a statement about this case, but we have yet to get one.
This is the podcast Unsolved South Carolina. Case file number 1, the Murdaughs.
If you want to get all the background on this case, our team poured through thousands of documents and hours of interviews. Unsolved South Carolina, the Murdaughs, Murders, Money, and Mystery has more than 100,000 downloads. There are 11 episodes. Please give it a listen. With the threat of freezing rain and even some ice accumulation, power providers across the state are busy making sure they're rolling at a moment's notice to restore service. As Bill Burr reports, staying as many steps ahead of the storm is as big a part of the plan as Dominion Energy has.
Loading up fuses. This is one of 2,000 Dominion Energy employees working hard with a fleet of work trucks ready to roll.
We're making sure that the vehicles are fueled, stocked, and ready to go. We also have staged poles, wires, conductor, transformers.
Dominion Energy serves nearly 800,000 customers statewide. Forecasts show varying degrees of impacts in different parts of the state. Still, spokesman Paul Fisher says all of their coverage area is at the highest level of readiness.
Important for our customers to remember, it's not just the preparation that we do here at Dominion Energy in the days ahead of a forecasted weather event.
The work is a year-round project.
Practically every working day, working to safeguard our overhead lines from dangerous trees, limbs, and other forms of vegetation.
Despite the ongoing efforts, when the weather strikes, it's not always possible to prevent damage to the power grid.
So when you're talking about a winter weather event and you're talking about the potential for ice or the accumulation for ice, it's really trees and tree limbs that remain the #1 reason for power outages across our system.
Even removing external hazards isn't always a perfect solution.
Typically, approximately 1/4 of an inch of ice on overhead lines is enough to create the potential for damage and the potential for power outages.
And in the storm's aftermath, it's a community-wide effort to speed up the recovery process. The quicker power outages are reported, the faster it is for crews to respond.
Thanks, Dave. Tara Jabor now picks up our team coverage. You spent the day in Berkeley County. What is being done there to prepare for the potential winter weather?
Scott, the Berkeley County Emergency Department and SCDOT tell me they're ready for whatever is to come Friday night. Both agencies have all hands on deck if necessary. The first round of winter weather will soon hit the Lowcountry, and SCDOT is preparing roads.
We are pre-treating today. We have started pre-treating in your area, but we're using salt. We're not mixing it. We're putting down salt on the interstates and bridges and primary roads.
Pete Poore says SCDOT will have extra state highway emergency patrols over the weekend. They can help you if you run out of gas or get a flat tire. And salt truck drivers are ready for whatever is to come.
Most of the districts are starting at around 7 o'clock this evening or so, but they will start 2 12-hour shifts and go around the clock.
The Berkeley County Emergency Department is already coordinating with all of its partners.
EMS, 911, Sheriff's Office, Roads and Bridges, our fire departments, making sure everybody knows what the situation is. Everybody has an opportunity to assess their needs and report back to us.
Almquist tells me there are a few areas that the department will focus on.
Power poles, trees, anywhere that ice can accumulate. Makes those things a little bit heavier, so there's potential for debris or for them to fall over. So we always make sure that we're monitoring for that.
He says if needed, they are ready.
So we take every weather incident as serious as we need to. We want to make sure that we over-prepare. We don't want to be left in a situation where our citizens don't have what they need. So we take everything very seriously.
And SCDOT wants to remind drivers, if you see a salt truck, go around it and leave a good amount of space between your car and the truck. They move slower to ensure that the road is coated in salt.